Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring Chinese lookalikes. And we have covered farm food, which is a box with a cross in the middle. And now we have a puncture over the roof of it. What does that mean? Is it related to farm field? I may or may not. We can only guess. Thousands of years later, after this character came from its origin. So this actually means from, equivalent of English. By the way, I want to emphasize, each of the Chinese characters can mean multitudes of things. It's context dependent. And here I'm just simplifying it. Super simplification for the ease of learning. So that's a good entry of learn it just to mean from. Pronounced as you, and that's also simple, right? It's like English, you, but you, instead of pronounce it as you have to raise the tone as you, and that means from. And traditional looks the same because, again, this is one of the essential and the classical Chinese concepts. It cannot be further simplified. But if you look at this is not 2,000 years ago, because 2,000 years ago, Xu Chen dictionary doesn't even include this. So that means this character either is like too everyday, the dictionary compiler back then didn't bother to include it, or it was a later invention. But what I'm putting over here is probably one of the many versions, because at the beginning of language it's garden variety, and then they battle out to one winner, which is the standardized version, and then all the other ones got wiped out. So this is one of the earlier age garden variety renderings of what from may come from. Okay, so basically here at the bottom, we see this almost like a mouse symbol, which means a cooking pot with two handles. And then something comes from that cooking pot. And this cross, again, has nothing to do with crucifixion or the Christianity's concept of Christianization. Here, the cross, most likely to mean something, aroma or nutrition, food from this pot that going out, like coming out, and then this intersection means what we are indicating toward the things that is coming from here, this channel. We can view that channel as channel of energy, channel of nutrition, channel of aroma, channel of air that coming from this pot of food. So we use, Chinese mostly are foodies. We use the food source as the concept of source. Something is sourced from some. So, from farm to table was the default lifestyle back then. There was no industry in between. You always almost know what from their pot exactly come from. Like which so-and-so neighbor, I guess, grew this thing, or you bought from so-and-so, from which village. Something like that, right? It was traceable, trackable, everything was organic. Well, I'm not trying to further romanticizing the lifestyle back then, but just saying, here we use food, the source of the food, to mean the source of anything else. All right, examples of usage. 言不由衷, yan, and also include this yan in other expressions. And this is the second u. We only have one u. We'll only have two u's as an example here, because this second and third came from the same line. Same expression. Meaning group, so we pair them together. 言不由衷, language, not from. 忠 means intention, and we have this middle point wrapped inside the clothing to mean it's not exposed. It's something inside, and inside means intention. So 言不由衷 means you intend or you think in a certain way, but your saying, your language expression, saying comes from a different place, not what you're truly thinking. So that means 言不由衷 simply is a Chinese polite way to say you're lying, you're bullshitting. That's 言不由衷. Okay, 非言勿言. Okay, Chinese have no problems of repeating the exact same character in the same sentence, even right one after another. And in this case, we do have something in the middle. So 非言勿言, 非由勿语. This is a pair. So Chinese have lots of such couplets. We have lots of 4-character formations, and then sometimes we have longer 4 plus 4, 8 of them as a more, I guess, complicated ideas. But this is using the same structure. You can see 非 and 勿 reoccurring. So 非 is a negation, means negative. 言, we talked about language, okay? Negative language, 勿 is another way to negate. So negative of what? Negative language. Don't say it. So that's the beauty of Chinese. Same character, 言 will mean language, but we also can use it to mean speak the language. In this case, 非言勿言, this is a noun, this is a verb, same character, and we have no problem as a language user to differentiate. One, we're talking about this particular language. 非言 means not kind words, and don't even say it. No problem in this context to know which is noun, which is verb, what's the meaning out of it. Okay, then 非由勿语. Okay, in this case, Chinese is a little bit more exquisite because we don't repeat the 言 again. We use 语. Basically, it's the same as 言. The difference is this part on the left is a simplification or streamline of this 言. It looks so many more strokes, but here is a simplified version of that. And then 语 on the right side. I'm not sure if you remember from a few episodes ago. This is 我. That means I, self-referral. So that means language is everybody's language. We're using words, language. It's the currency of thinking, right? To express ourselves, we have to use a language that's mutually understandable by both the listener and the user and the speaker. I mean, for communication to be effective, both the sending and the receiving end have to have some common code, right? So this coding, this language is the 言. However, 语 is my language, branded by me, personalized by me. It's not AI generated. It's I generated this language. Like what I'm doing now, right here, right now, is my language. Even if I'm using common English words, everybody understand, hopefully. Okay, 非由勿语, again, negative. But here, 由, from, negative, I say, right? Well, here, this 由 actually means origin or causal inference in a fancy word. Okay, 由 means from, right? So when we're trying to attributing certain results to certain reasons, and that's what Chinese 由 is about. It's just like this thing grow from this farm field. We trace the source of that thing. So that became the Chinese way to not only means the source of something, you're trying to reason upstream of what caused it, what produced it, what's the context that whatever it is happening now. So you're kind of be a detective right now, right? So guesswork. Then 非由 means unsupported, unvalidated, untruthful, sources or origins or causes. 物语 don't even put your words to it. Don't say it. So this is another moral lesson from Chinese, that toxic, negative words, don't even use those words, don't say it. And unsupported causes, don't even guess at it. So basically, don't gossip, don't spread false information, don't misuse the language to hurt others or to mislead others. And I'm like, wow, ancient times, people already figured it out. That's the accuracy. And that's like the caution of using the language, because language is power. Using it wisely. And this you from over here is kind of labeled where that drink came from. And that's the concept of you in Chinese. Thank you for your time. See you another day.